all you are doing right now is sitting and waiting for the perfect time for you to be able to start acting on your goals. Believe me, you're going to sit and wait for a long time because that time is not coming. Many of us have written down our goals, we have written down our visions, gone as far as even writing down the action steps that we need to take in order for us to get to where we want our goals to be. But we have not started acting on those goals because we are waiting for the so-called perfect time, either when the time is right, or we are waiting for us to have all the finances and resources that we need to be able to help us bring that goal to reality. But then the question is, if you look deep within yourself, is it really the perfection that you are actually waiting for, or the right timing? Or maybe there are certain fears that are hidden within you that you have not actually come to terms with or haven't yet dealt with, that are causing you to remain stagnant with your goals? Well, we'll discover more about that in the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emanuela Lumene. I'm a child of God, a lover of His praises. I am a radiographer by profession, a certified life coach, and an upcoming baker. For all those that are new to our channel, welcome to Abundant Life Creation. So on this platform, I take time to share knowledge that is going to help you discover yourself, discover your purpose, by looking within yourself to be able to identify the hidden abilities and potentials, your gifts, your talents that God has hidden within you. I also take time to share principles that are going to help you refine and help you to build your life to become the person that God has proposed you to be. Refine your goals, develop yourself to become the best version of yourself. I am a firm believer that it is God's desire for each and every one of us to become to live a life of abundance. However, He's given us all the responsibility to become creators of that life of abundance. So what this means is that it is not all up to God for you to be all that He has proposed you to be. God has a role to play, you have a role to play. If you're not playing your role, then you're not going to be able to see that purpose manifest in your life. And when it comes to abundance, I believe that abundance is not just supposed to be focused in one area of your life. Many of us, when we're developing ourselves, we're either developing our finances or our careers, while every other area of our life is shattered or is suffering. So God desires that we prosper in all things. That means He desires that you prosper in your emotions, because if you're stable in your emotions, you're going to be able to make the right choices and decisions for your life. And then He also desires that you prosper in your thinking, because out of the as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So what you think actually has an impact on the way that you perceive life, or how you interact with people, and everything else in general. So God also desires that you prosper in your relationships, because He made us social beings. So He desires that we are prosperous or experience abundance in our relationships, in our careers, in our family life. In all aspects of our life, God desires that we prosper. So even as we are on this journey of becoming an intentional creator of the life of abundance, I want you to have it at the back of your mind that when you are developing yourself, ensure that you are developing to grow yourself in all aspects of your life, because God desires that you grow in all areas of your life. We have been on the journey of self-discovery, and in our previous videos we have taken time to share the different phases that every person can go through if they want to discover themselves. If you're struggling with identity crisis, I would encourage you to start from our first videos. Take time to watch them, like, comment, share what stood out the most for you, and you will be impacted and transformed if you begin to act on everything that we are taught. So today I'm going to be talking about focusing more on progress and no perfection. If you've ever heard, or you know, people that are actually perfectionists. Perfectionists are people that they always want something to be done a certain way. They are either always waiting for a perfect time, everything to be perfect before they can actually do anything. And when it comes to our goals, many of us have got a tendency of seeking more for perfection instead of focusing on progress. What I mean is that we are either waiting for it to be the perfect time, because somewhere in our minds we think that there is a perfect time for everything, or in order for you to be able to start, you have to wait until everything is perfect. Yes, there's a time for everything. I do not dispute that, but I'm looking at it in the aspect of wanting everything to be perfect, where the timing is perfect, you have all the finances and resources that you need before you can start, you have all the human resource like help that you need, you have all the knowledge that you need in order for you to be able to start. So many of us have set goals. Some of the goals that maybe at this point you're still pursuing, you may agree with me that you have carried them with you for like 3-4 years and you have not been making any progress in those goals. Why? Because according to you, you're waiting for the perfect time, which up to now has not yet shown up. Because if it is now 3 or 4 years after and you are still on the same place, oh yeah, my friend, you're not making progress. So we need to change that norm. We need to be able to change our perspective when it comes to perfection. Wanting things to be perfect and all right is okay, but then if it is limiting you from actually acting on what you're supposed to act on, and that is going to help you get to where you want to be, then you really need to counter check those perceptions. So when it comes to your goals, it is very much important for you to get to a place where you understand that there will never, sitting down and waiting for the perfect time, the perfect timing for you to start acting your goals is never going to happen. Okay, you need to start from where you are. You may not have all the resources, you may not have all the knowledge, you may not have all the resources or the help that you need to get you from where you are to where you want to be. But some of these things start unfolding as you get along the way. Let me give an example. Imagine it's at night, okay? It's at night, you're traveling, you're driving a car, and it is very dark. So, since it is at night, you are not able to see the entire road from where you are till the end. If you understand what I mean, the only way that you are able to see the road is as you drive and move forward. So that light that beams out, that shows you the direction when you're driving a car at night, it slowly starts to unveil to you the path or the road that you're going to take. And as you start moving closer to as the light is directing you, the more that you begin to see the road well, and you will get to your destination. So that is also what happens to our goals. You may not have everything figured out when you're starting out, okay? You may not even have the entire picture of where your goals or your visions are taking you. But the fact that God has given you an idea to say, okay, my child, this is what I want you to start working on. Start from where you are. Start from that point. Because the moment that you start acting on that idea that you have been given, with whatever it is that you have, the more you make progress, the more the path or the vision or the idea starts to become unveiled. The more you start to have more insight and understanding on understanding about your vision and how big or the kind of impact that it's going to make. So the more you're taking action, the more you're taking steps, the more your vision or your dreams or your goals become more clear to you, the more you're going to be able to know what you're supposed to do, the more you're also going to know, okay, so this knowledge that I've been acquiring has been enough for me for this stage, but I need to build more and develop more so that I can increase my capacity to be able to grow my goals or my visions to a next or a better area or to the next level. So start from where you are. You may not have much. You may not even be very clear on how you are going to go about it, but from the little knowledge that you have acquired, or from the little belief or the little ideas that God has placed within your heart, start acting on those goals, okay? The more you act, the more you get to a place of perfection. And then certain times, the reason that many of us are waiting for perfection or waiting for everything to be perfect is because we're actually scared. We are scared. We tell people to say that, no, I have this goal, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I'm waiting for the right time. And some of us also hide under the norm that, no, God's time is the best. Yes, God's time is the best. But some of us have got this attitude or okay, yes, let me just say, some of us have got this attitude where we are hiding under the name of God instead of us doing what we know that God has already told us to. Because if God has already showed you to say, this is what I want you to start doing, then you are saying, no, I'm waiting for God's time until God's time is the best. I'm waiting for God's time before I can actually start. I'm waiting until everything is perfect. For God to tell you now that this is what I want you to do, that means that is the perfect time for you to actually start. And in as much as you are waiting for God to show you the best time, God is actually waiting on you to act on what he has told you, because he may have told you the whole vision, but he expects you to start from somewhere. So some of us have got the fear of failure, a fear of success, fear of what people are going to say, fear of making mistakes. So we don't want to start acting on our goals because we're scared of what people are going to say. Oh, okay, so this person has started this and they think they're actually going to make it. So if you're a person who always desires validation from people, you are always scared of acting on your goals, because you are either waiting for somebody out there to actually validate you, okay? And then when it comes to fear of failure, you're scared of failing or making mistakes. So you think, okay, let me acquire a lot of knowledge before I start, so that when I get to this point, then I'm going to know what to do and all that. So when it comes to the fear of failure, I was also in a place at some point where I thought, okay, I can't start out this vision that I'm sharing with you people today, that you people are able to listen to. There was actually a point where I felt like, okay, I'm not ready. I need to acquire enough knowledge. I need to be at a certain age. Sometimes we think, okay, because I'm so young, I need to get to a certain age where I can be able to start and all that. So we keep postponing our goals because we feel like we're incapable of doing it. But then just have to start. You just have to start. Making mistakes is part of growth. Making mistakes is going to actually help you grow, because the more you make mistakes and fail at certain things, the more you actually are on your way to a place of success. So don't be scared to start. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Understand where you are at right now, yes, and then start slowly, and surely you will get to where you want to be. So thank you all so much. If you have been a person who has been a perfectionist for the longest of time, acting on your goals is actually going to enable you to stop having that fear of, okay, maybe this is not the right time. It is the right time to start, and with time, everything else is going to begin to unveil to you. So thank you all so much for watching till this point. And I would like to encourage each and every one of you to like this video. Please send in a nice comment. Let me know what stood out the most to you. What are some of the challenges that you have been facing when it comes to your goals? What are some of the things that you would want us to talk about on this channel? Please feel free to actually reach out to me. I also want to encourage you to invite your family and friends to subscribe to this channel, because the more you like our videos, the more YouTube is able to recommend our videos to other people, and people are actually able to watch. So thank you so much for being a part of this platform. I'm grateful to each and every one of you, and looking forward to hearing more from you, and getting more feedback from you on how our videos are actually helping you. Till we meet next time, have a lovely day. It's your lady and life coach, Emanuela Romania. Bye bye.